What's up, metalheads? I'm Jamie. This is the Blades and EDC channel. Thank you guys for being here. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new, please consider subscribing. Over half of my viewers are not subscribed to my channel, and I would greatly appreciate your subscription. All right, today we're going to take a look at 5 knives that have lived up to the hype. And this is going to be subjective, of course, different strokes for different folks. But these are knives that, you know, I saw online. I saw other people, other YouTube channels or Instagram people pushing them, saying how great they were. And then when I finally got one and got it in hand, I was not disappointed by the knife. And number one on that list is the Demco AD20.5. The budget versions of these run about $150, which what you're looking at here. This is a clip point version. You can also get it in a what he calls a shark's foot version. These knives are extremely fidget friendly. They're extremely ergonomic. They're thin. They're slicey. The shark lock is extremely easy to use, comfortable to use. It works extremely well. It has excellent lockup. Yeah, endless aftermarket parts for this knife also, so you can buy it and make it your own. There are more premium versions of this knife that are titanium and linerless, so lots of different options, and it's a great knife. I absolutely love my AD20.5, and wouldn't mind building another one actually. Alright, next up is going to be, should be no surprise to anyone. This is a knife that I looked at for a long time. Wanted to get it. Loved the way it looked. Heard all the hype about how good the action was. It's claimed to be OEM by Reap, but there is no confirmation of that. This is the Urban EDC Supply F5.5. It is a Vox design. There are many different variations of this knife. I believe the only variation that's currently in stock at Urban EDC is the Murdered Out edition. Blacked out everything. Looks sweet, man. This one is the blue micarta with the acid washed hardware and blade. This knife has some of the best ergos I've ever felt on a knife. Something as little as putting this jimping up here in the middle of the spine of the blade, which lands perfectly. Just helps. It feels good. Everything about this knife feels good in hand. There's nothing about this knife that makes me... I just want to I gravitate towards it. I love it. It's such a good knife. The action is second to none. It truly is. Complete guillotine action. Lightweight. Very ergonomic. These run about $250 for these. I believe the Murdered Out version is only $240. By the way, I'll link all these below in the description that I can. Not all will be in stock, but some will be. So if you want to pick something up, check the description. But this is a fantastic knife. It's built extremely well. The fit and finish is absolutely amazing. The action is absolutely amazing. M390 blade still. Just a great knife, man. You can't go wrong with one of these. If you want something super ergonomic, you can't get much better than this knife, and the action that goes with it is, like I said, second to none. The F5.5. Next up on the list is going to be maybe a surprise to people. This was hyped up a while back, and it has lived up to my expectations and then some. That is the Benchmade Mini Freek. Some of the smoothest axis lock or crossbar lock action you're ever going to feel. It's absolutely buttery smooth, man. Carbon fiber scales, feels really good in hand, extremely ergonomic. The action is the star of the show in this one. The best I've felt. It really is. The best axis lock action I've felt on any knife is the Benchmade Mini Freek. The only one that, there's a tie with it, but it's another Benchmade, which would be the Mini Crooked River. But this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I think it looks fantastic. I think it feels great in hand, and I love the action on this knife. Fantastic knife, and these run about $280, I believe. You can find them here and there on sale sometimes, but yeah, if you were on the fence about a Mini Freek, don't be. S90V blade still, just a fantastic knife. Next up is going to be the Vero Engineering Axon. Whether you get the frame lock like this one or you get the liner lock, I've had both of them in hand. They have amazing action. They're a great size. They're super comfortable in hand. Best Tech OEM on these. Just super good action. I love the shape of the blade personally. I know a Warncliffe is not for everyone, or sheep's foot, whatever you want to call it. I love it. I think the action's amazing. It's super fidget friendly with the front flipper. You can do all the tricks with it. Many different variations. Actually, I think they just dropped more of these on Vero's website, different variations of it. So Yeah, this is a fantastic knife. The build quality is excellent. The action is excellent. Yeah, just a great knife. And can't go wrong, like I said, with the liner lock or the frame lock. Every one of them I've had in hand has been fantastic. It's it's not like you get one that's bad and one that's good. I've had 4 or 5 of these in hand now. Every one of them was fantastic. Not one of them had an issue. D10 is excellent. Just fantastic knives. Good size too. A lot of the Veros are larger. This one is perfect size for me anyway. Medium size hand. And it's a fantastic knife. You can't go wrong with an Axon. Alright, last on the list is a knife that I did not like at all. The look of it anyway. I did not like this knife. I had no interest in this knife. I thought it was super ugly. And then I got one in hand, and this is the second one I've had in hand. This is the Devo Knives Stout. I gotta tell you guys, this is some of the best action I've felt on a knife. This is OEM by QSP, and they killed it on this knife, guys. This one's actually designed by someone in the community, Kevin, over at Lefty EDC on YouTube and Instagram. And man, they killed it. Him and Colin Mason Pierre, I believe is his name. They designed this knife, and I've only had 2 in hand. Both of them were just like this. Just straight guillotine action. Detent is fantastic, which it should be coming from a detent diva, and they did a great job on this knife. I'm still not the biggest fan of the look of the blade on this knife, but I can look past it because of how good the action is. Yeah, ergos are fantastic. They're very neutral, so it's going to be good for any hand shape out there. You can get some aftermarket stuff to go with this knife now. Back spacers, pocket clips, even some scales. I think some newer scales. Comes in different options with micarta or carbon fiber. This one obviously is the micarta version. And the action is the star of the show. The action is stupendous. Stupendous on this knife. Ridiculously good action on this knife. That's going to be last on the list. These are in no particular order, of course. There's not a number 1 or a number 5, just the order I pulled them out. In my opinion, none of these knives will disappoint you. Every one of these is fantastic in their own way. They live up to the hype, in my opinion, and I would recommend all of them to anyone. There's nothing, yeah, they're all fantastic knives. You can't go wrong with any of them. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment below, what's a knife that didn't live up to the hype for you? You saw the hype, you got it in hand, and you were disappointed with it. Comment below what one of those are, because I'm going to do one of those videos too. A couple knives that did not live up to the hype for me. I was so excited and didn't like them. These 5 here have lived up to the hype. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.